Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper, and in this video today I'm going to show you a great project I've been working on to help my local police department by building a custom setup on an AR Parrot drone. I'm going to show you step by step what I've done to make this decked out and add the add-ons that we done, and I hope you enjoy it, because I'm hoping that if hard times come, this will definitely help save a life, and I hope it's very useful to my local police department, because you know, if you've seen me on National Geographic, you know that I have definitely laid my points out about marauders will come, not only to your personal property, but will cause trouble in your towns. I mean, I just keep seeing visions of Jericho in my head, not literally, but you know, I keep thinking about that show Jericho. So I thought this would be a great thing to help my police department out and give them a combat multiplier. And if this officer goes down right here, it won't hurt nobody, because this is not a living human being. But it would be terrible if we lost you know, someone that's out there protecting our streets every day. So I hope this is a help to them, and I hope you enjoy this video. So let's take a look at it now. Okay guys, so now right now I'm just testing the drone to make sure that it's flying good. Raise her up here. Okay. So what we're doing right now, just testing to see if it'll fly well within an interior environment. So what I'm doing, you imagine I'm a police officer. I'm going forward, checking to make sure room to room. You know, right now I've seen if there's a criminal or something, you know, marauder or something. It takes some adjustment to get used to flying this thing. I've had a hard time myself getting used to flying this. I'm not going to lie about it. It drives me nuts. You can see right now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on a tour through the eyes of the drone. The unit, I'm actually going to make it come over here and look at me. I'm just amazed at the technology that we have nowadays. I mean, it truly, we can know, you know, if a marauder was coming or something, you could use this to figure out where that enemy's coming from. And so anyway, I'm going to fly back over here and land this, because this is going to be given to the police. And I'm going to put on a, there you go, land. And I'm going to put on the tactical top to it and let it fly one more flight, and then we're going to donate this to our friends at the local police department. Alright guys, welcome to Luke's Auto Body Shop. I got this AR drone top body sitting on a stand that I'm actually going to be using here in another video to show you the single solar array that I'm doing for the EMS station. Currently, I've got my AR drone that I'm giving to the police station sitting on this right now, and I've done got the primer on it. I'm going to do black gloss over this, and it's going to say WPPD, and then we're going to have like police down the side on each side. I think that'll look really tight. And then over here I've got the single, I didn't put enough tape over that to block it, so I'll just gloss this whole one over. So if they want to go tactical with a no bounce barrier thing on it, they can go with that one, or they can go with this one here. And I'm going to put, I'll show you, you know, here later in this video in just a minute, the lights over the front. So we'll do some more auto body work here, and I'll show you the finished results. And then, okay, now that we've got our drones painted, or the drone painted and the body for it painted, it really turned out good. I really like how glossy it is. It's got that nice swat look to it. That just looks insane right there. So what we're going to do now is I've got my labels for the police department, White Pine Police Department, and then I've also got police. So what we're going to do is I'm going to mount that on, you know, each side will have police, and then we'll have the White Pine Police Department down the center, and I'll show you how that turns out here in a minute. And then we're going to take this thing and have some fun with a test flight. Okay guys, so we've got our drone out here on the test bench. I'm gonna go on my app here. I don't know how well you can see this. Alright, here we go. Okay, now right now I've got the light strip on and I've got it plugged into the drone itself. And now what I'll do now is I'm going to fix this right here, and then we will glue that permanent into the hull, and I'll show you the finished product. Now that I know that the tactical top will work on the drone, now what I want to do now is I want to test the one that's got the, I call the bump guides, really. And what I'm going to do is run this cable that's for the adapter for the lights, as we've seen the light test now. And I'm going to run that out through there and hook this unit into place. And now what we're going to do is hook this wiring together. Just want to make sure you all can see this. And there we go. Now that's wired and we're ready to go fly. So we'll give this a test and we'll make sure the lights work good on and everything and see the results. Now this particular components, now that I've got it all together, will help the officers see at night, and also it will light up in front of them so that they can see it on the unit. And I mean, they can control this and they can go around the corners and see if there is a criminal or whatever. So anyway, let me land that. This is great. This can save lives, okay? You know, it's not about invading people's privacy and police state of mind. I'm thinking in my mind here, whenever hard times come, you know I've hammered it about marauders, okay? Well, think about that on a town scale. You only have X amount of police officers for X amount of people. This right here is their eyes, okay? They can see something before they have to deal with it. They can see around things. They don't have to worry about jumping around that corner and getting shot by some looter or thug, okay? So this is great stuff. I'm going to toy with it just a little pinch more, make sure everything's good because I don't want to hand off something that's not operating perfect. I'm going to box it up, we'll take it down to the police department, get out back with the guys in the parking lot, and we can have a little fun down there too. Okay guys, so we're flying it right now, and we're actually doing it over at the fire department instead of the police department today. And it's doing pretty good. So guys, I know that was kind of some short footage there, and I really wanted to get a lot more footage with the police department actually putting it into some kind of test mode. Sadly, the filming with National Geographic for Doomsday Preppers Season 3 got canceled with me, and just so you know that I'm not lying about that, here is the check I got from them for reimbursement. It says for reimbursement for various equipment. That various equipment was drones. If you want to find out more information about Doomsday Preppers canceling with me for Season 3 and all that other information, you can find it all summarized right there. The only point I'd like to make is that I'm making that other video also, is if you see David May's episode this season on Doomsday Preppers, that idea for that Parrot drone came from me, and The drone that we gave to our police department, Doomsday, or the Sharp Entertainment, filmed that, took it and used it on David May's episode, so hey, it is what it is. But, you know, when you see that, I don't know when it'll be in the season, but, you know, that was an idea from us guys at Seven Trumpets Prepper. But anyway, moving back to the police department. You might be asking yourself right now, why in the world, Luke, would you give a police department in this day and age a drone? Have you lost your mind? Just hold that thought for a minute, and I'll explain. I live in a different place in the world. I live in a different community. You know, we don't live in a prison grid, you know, government spying on your every little move community. That's not where I live. I live in a close-knit community of people. And the reason why I gave the police department this drone was for two reasons. Number one was unanimously, I mean, I don't think not anybody voted against it, was in the state of Tennessee, all the legislature voted to limit, I mean severely limit the use of drones in our state. And I mean, they done it like that. And I'm thinking to myself, you all can vote on something like that and get it took care of, yet when people need health care, people need jobs, people need so many other things, lower taxes, and y'all squabble over it all the time, not only here in state level but national level, I was like, oh, I've got to figure out a way to use these drones for something productive and go right against the grain. And so I just fixed one up and gave it to the police department. I thought, hey, there you go. You want to make a statement? There's your way to make a statement back. The other thing was that right at the time that got passed here in our state of Tennessee is we had a shootout outside of our town. And I was coming back home that day and I passed by as the situation was being cleaned up and resolved afterwards. But I was told, now I'm not going to say if it was an officer told me, somebody seen it, you know, it just, I know because someone had told me that if the police department had something like that, a drone, to be able to see, just something to bridge that gap from where the assailant was shooting at them and having this big shootout outside of town with them, that if they'd had something like that and been able to see it, it would have severely made a difference. Okay, I mean, we're talking a big difference. Not only that, it would have helped keep officers out of danger, because as that seen the target, the officers could have took care of the situation a lot quicker and safer. And so I was like, well, you know what? After I seen that, I was like, this, you know, it really started clicking for me. I'm like, this may be useful not only now, but later post-collapse. And I've told the police department in a town meeting, okay, as I have said, that the day when they lose control of the town, that I pretty much need to clear out of town too, because it's so far out of hand, none of us are going to be able to do something about it. Okay, and I mean, it is what it is. And that's why I built it. You know, it was kind of a combination of things. It was kind of a spite message to the Tennessee legislature. It was an opportunity to help my community. And not only that, I thought it'd be something really cool for Doomsday Prepper Season 3 to show to the public, to the community, because you know, that would get preppers thinking, hey, there's not many of us, but this drone can, you know, we can use it for surveillance, and hey, if it gets shot down, it's not that big a deal. We're not losing a life, we're just losing a piece of equipment we can replace, you know. So that was kind of the mentality that drove this this whole video put together and everything, and the whole project. So I hope that it gets you inspired to look into some of this new technology to use for your surveillance. Not only that, that other video I produced right there, that's for another drone that's a high flight overwatch. It's really useful. And so I just hope that you know, somewhere down the road this may come in useful for you. So until we see you again here at Seven Trumpets Prepper Channel, I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua name.